Ladies, have you ever wondered why the older guy that you're dating has started to pull away? I mean, maybe you've only been dating for a few weeks and all of a sudden, crickets. He's ghosted you, right? Or he's just now acting different. He's pulling away. Well, this video is for you because specifically, I'm going to get into the 9 reasons why older men pull away. And just quickly, I was married for 20 years and I've been single for 4 years. I've been on hundreds of dates. I've had multiple relationships since my divorce. And I'm going to get into this video on the 9 reasons why an older guy is ghosting you or starting to pull away. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Kane. I'm the Sober Bachelor. This channel is 100% dedicated to dating advice for older guys and the women that want to understand them. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and the notification button because I'm dropping videos every week. Woo! Okay, let's get into this video. 9 things, and I'm going to get right into it, okay? The 9 reasons why an older guy has started to pull away from you and maybe even ghost you. Number 1, this is no particular order. I just have these 9 things, okay? Number 1, your communication sucks. And I'm being brutally honest here. Your communication sucks. How? Well, maybe you're not a texter and you prefer phone calls. But in general, you gotta up your game with the texting because if you only give him one word responses in your texting, he's gonna think you're not interested. Okay. Or maybe there's long gaps in time between your texts. And again, like I said, maybe you're not a texter, but you need to get better at it because men, they're I would say most men like to have some text conversations back and forth and they like to get on the phone, but I'm talking specifically texting here, where if you have one word responses, long gaps between the texts, right? He's just going to think you're not interested. And it's been my experience in having hundreds of dates that the women that are generally have burning desire and interest for a guy will text him better than that. They will text him with more words than just one word, and they will text him pretty quickly when they are very interested in the guy. So I'm just leaving you with that for you to think about. But if you're wondering why this guy just kind of disappeared, that could be one of the reasons why, is because your communication sucks. Number 2, the sex sucks. And again, I'm being brutally honest with you here, okay? Maybe you are selfish in the bedroom. Maybe you are a pillow princess, and maybe you don't want to please him. And I have met women like this, and then they wonder why I've lost interest. Well, that is definitely one of the reasons why a guy's going to lose interest in you and start to pull away because you're being selfish in the bedroom and the sex sucks. Number 3 is he's pulling away because maybe you're not affectionate. And sure, maybe physical touch is not one of your love languages, but hello, men need physical, okay? Almost all guys. Did you know I was watching a famous couples therapist, a gay man, famous though, famous couples therapist. I can't recall his name. And he was being interviewed by Matt Walsh. And Matt Walsh asked him point blank, he's like, what is the number one reason why you're in the room with a couple for the guy to now want to go to couples therapy? The man and so the couples therapist guy says sex, lack of sex, lack of physical affection. So if you're not, and again, I'm just telling you all this because you need to level up your game if you want to be better at the dating and in relationships, and especially if you don't want men to be ghosting you so often or just losing interest. One of those reasons could be that you're not very affectionate. And if you say, well, I'm just not general affectionate, okay, well then look, this channel, I'm just telling you this straight, okay? It's all about self-improvement. If you want to get different results in your life, you have to improve yourself. And I'm just sharing these things for you to think about because maybe this is an area you need to improve. And if you don't, you do it at your own peril, okay? Men want affection and they want sex. They want the whole physical thing because that's how men feel appreciated. And if you're wondering why the man has started to pull away, maybe it's because you're not very affectionate. All right. Number 4, and this is maybe a little TMI, but hey, again, this is my channel and you're going to hear it straight from me. I don't sugarcoat anything. So Number four is maybe you have bad odor down there. Okay. I have not come across this that often, but I'm talking, I understand at some points your pH levels might be different, your period's coming or something like this. But if it's a recurring problem, then then and that this is on you, okay? There are a lot of products that you can use to clean up down there, but there was a couple times, maybe handful of times where I started dating this person and just time and time again the odor was unbearable and I'm out. And the thing is, I was not going to bring that to her attention because she would hate me for this. One thing I will let you know as a guy, women become vile when you give constructive feedback. Even if you're nice, and it drives me crazy that I can't give constructive feedback to most women because they just get all nasty with me. But the good news is I'm sharing these things on my channel and I don't care what people say. And so if your odor and is bad down there, consistently bad, then that might be another reason why he's pulling away. Number five is you have terrible social skills. So, men do not want to be embarrassed ever. All right. And a couple examples is when I say social skills, maybe you are a big flirt. And if you're dating a guy and he's seeing you flirting with other men, that's definitely going to be a key reason why he's going to start to pull away, lose interest, ghost you. Maybe you have poor table manners. All right. True story. I was asked to join somebody on a date with a bunch of friends, and we only went out a couple times. The third time I joined this group, this table, there was like 8 people at the table. They already had their meals, so I came later. And I saw this, what looked like a piece of string. Actually, I saw what looked like floss to me. I start laughing when I sat down and I see this, what I think was floss. And I said, "Oh my God, I can't believe this looks like floss." Ha 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 ha. No one's laughing. The girl that invited me this date looks at me. She says, "No, that's my floss." And then I start laughing at her, and I'm like, "Ah, good one." And she's like, "No, for real. That's my floss." Never went out on a date with her again. So, table manners, men do not want to be embarrassed. They don't want to see you rolling your eyes in front of them, getting drunk and losing control and dancing on tables, or maybe you just completely dress inappropriately for a work Christmas party, as an example. Okay. True story. The company I work for, the CEO, he was mentioning to me that one year there was a Christmas party and this woman was dressed very inappropriately, way too sexy for a Christmas work party, and was also flirting with him. Okay. Bad, bad, bad. So if you have terrible social skills, that could be another reason why he's pulled away and now have basically ghosted you. Uh, I've done that when a woman has embarrassed me. It's number six, you bring drama. Men hate drama, okay? They prefer and wish the woman would be very easygoing and not giving him a hard time about stupid shit, okay? Drama sucks, and this is another area that maybe you need to be aware of and maybe work on. Number seven, you don't respect him. So this is also tied into the social skills, but I mean it like I said earlier, if you're rolling your eyes in front of him because he said something in this situation, or maybe you're kicking him under the table because you want him to stop talking, and maybe you don't let him lead, make decisions on dates, on meals, and things like that. So men do not like a woman that disrespects him. So again, this is just another reason why an older man may have just ghosted you and has started pulling away. And the last two here, number eight, if he feels like you're treating him like an ATM machine, oh, he's gone. Here's an example, okay? One of many examples that I've encountered. So imagine this. I'm trying to get a date with this girl, and I was kind of wasn't sure that she was going to make a commitment and actually join me on this date. But eventually she showed up because I DJ for fun. And so she said, "Oh, I'd love to see you DJ." So I'm like, "Cool." So she comes to the restaurant where I was DJing and she sits beside me. And this was really cute. And it was a super great date, actually, kind of date, but I was DJing. And then after the date, she says, I didn't know this. She's like, "Oh, my birthday's coming up. Could you buy me this dress? Oh my God. It's not that the dress was that expensive, but the fact that she asked me, but this wasn't the worst part. So I'm like, okay, but you owe me 2 or 3 more dates then. And she's kind of laughs, and I was willing to get her this dress. It wasn't that much, but it was like $150. And it was like, I was twitchy because I was like, I don't know her yet. And yeah, her birthday was around the corner. The worst thing is that a few days later, she's like, oh, there's something else if you don't mind. I've always wanted a bouquet of flowers. She sends me a link. The flowers were $250. And I'm out now because she made me feel like an ATM machine. And you ladies might be thinking, well, maybe it's because you're broke. Maybe it's because you can't afford it. It had nothing to do with that. It had everything to do with feeling like an ATM machine, and men hate that. If you haven't seen one of my other videos on how to attract a high value man, I'll tell you quickly that one of the key things that I learned from a woman that has a very successful YouTube channel, 600,000 subscribers, and dates multimillionaires and even billionaires, is she never asked them for money. And I was blown away when I heard this. So this is a true fact, ladies. Do not ask men for money. It is a huge turnoff. And that might be one of the other reasons why he's just now pulled away and is ghosting you. Okay. Number 9 is your kids, your family, or your ex is a pain in the ass. Okay. I'm just telling it to you straight. Maybe it's always about the kid and not enough about him. Maybe your family is just a bunch of assholes and he was at this family gathering. You've invited him for dinner and the family is, you know, just a bunch of jerks. And he's thinking, well, if I'm going to stay in a relationship with her, I'm also in a relationship with the family. Okay. Or maybe the ex-husband, ex-boyfriend is still kind of in the picture. And I understand if there's a custody thing with kids, but maybe this ex is canceling plans. It's hijacking plans with your date and your new boyfriend. And if it just becomes a pain in the ass, he's out. So I just wanted to let you know that. So those are the 9 things. I want to hear from you in the comments what you think, and especially also the guys watching this, if there's anything else to add. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.